Winandy, and I'll be talking today about a series of paintings called The Scream by Edvard Munch. The Scream is very similar to the multiple imitations of the Madonna and Child paintings of the Italian Renaissance. That meaning that there is more than one version of The Scream. Edvard Munch created multiple versions of this image using a variety of different materials. There are 4 different actual painted pieces of The Scream by Munch, plus the additional versions of the piece are produced through screen printing to increase profit. Munch was a Norwegian painter and printmaker born in 1863 and died in 1944. Within his life, he had a dark childhood. He lost most of his family members to illness at a very young age. As can be seen in many of his works, he expresses a distinct style of sickly or deathly characters within a whimsical shaped brushstroke world. Edvard Munch's works followed a German expressionism with a French impressionistic influence. Munch's troubled emotions meshed well with the German expressionistic form, which creates an image that is centered in reality but still has fantasy or dreamlike presence to it. Likewise, The Scream alters the viewer's perception of reality through an emotive color palette and minimalistic use of detail. The elongated face of the center figure, the pale skin, the sunken eyes, the hairless head, all of these create a skull-like symbol which is associated with death and darkness and fear. The stretching bridge that the 3 figures are all standing upon, the main figure and the 2 silhouetted figures in the background, all create a familiar image in the viewer's eyes. But yet, based on the color and the use of brushstroke, the viewer is very well that this is not a realistic piece. And from these 2, familiar and non-familiar mixed together, it creates a scene or a story that is told through the characters and the color. Though Edvard Munch never made a statement about the painting directly during his lifetime, he made a lot of journal entries. In one journal entry, he describes an instance in January of 1892 of him walking with 2 friends down a path, and suddenly he sees this hallucination or dreamlike experience where he sees a red sky and loud screaming, which he called the cry of nature. In many ways, it is believed that the Scream was based off of this experience, with the sky usually in all of his paintings of the Scream being red or orange in color, which is unlike the natural color of the sky, and the forefront figure, screaming out in shock, fear, and terror, which were some emotions that Munch said to have felt inside of his journal entry. Within all the different versions that he made, the painted ones anyway, they were all painted upon board, cardboard, and used a variety of tempera or oil or even crayon. But yet, in all of the pictures, it shows the same figure and same bridge and the same 2 figures in the background symbolizing the friends that he was on this walk with. The painting provokes a sense of disgust, disturbed, and wonder. Part of the unsettling nature of this piece goes along with the line quality. For the sky, the figures themselves, and the lake and background of this piece, very fluid brushstrokes and lines run throughout. The use of color in the piece helps further this feeling of unsteady, uneasy emotions. For the most part, the colors are very burnt or subtle. Though there is oranges and reds, they do not pop out. They're very dim. Those dim colors can especially be seen in the clothing of the main figure and in the background, which makes the white face and skull-like face pop out in the picture and draw your eyes directly to it. This piece is quite iconic throughout the centuries because of the mystery that goes along with it. Within the different versions that he created, There is actually some subtle differences between each piece. In some of them, they have a small boat in the background, and in some others, there is pupils within the skull, or there's no pupils inside the skull. Likewise, the two silhouetted figures in the background will change positions depending on the piece. The main reason why Munch created more than one versions of the Scream was once one was sold, he would create a new one to take its place to increase profit. In all, Edvard Munch's pieces serve as a staple for German expressionism, but today it can be seen as an inspiration for modern art.